does that happen? What he said, going to public toilets and having a pass.
People making passes at you.
People making passes.
I think if you're going to have this conversation, it's a general thing in relationship.
Has it ever happened to you?
It has never happened to me. But the way I view this is,
does it happen?
Wait, I don't know what had happened, but I can tell you if I like Vivian, I say, oh, I like you. It's a question of
really?
No, I don't like you.
Really?
So I like the question of no, I don't like you. Okay. I think it's something very similar in a sexual relationship. Is when a man goes to toast another woman, or go to war another woman. I like you, I don't like you. So you're gay, and then somebody comes to toast you, and you're not gay. Sorry, I am not gay. It is simple. That is very clear.
Very.
But wait, let's go.
If you're gay, I will punch the person.
Some people are. That's what they are talking. Look at.
Can I say something?
Okay, but
taking a cue from Tope's. He said our law is canon and Sharia. Now you see where there is a risk. You said 14 years. That means in the Sharia practicing area, you can kill people for that. Are you aware? No, that is the truth. Because the Sharia actually specifies stoning to death.
Okay.
Now the danger here is, I thought Nigeria's constitution stipulates that Nigeria is a secular state.
Yes.
Now, if we want to begin to incorporate the canon law, then we have to go into Leviticus. And if we go to, let me finish.
Okay.
If we go to Leviticus and then we want to say gays must be stoned to death, I agree, let's stone gays to death. But we have to stone people who steal money to death.
Okay,
we have to stone farmers who plant double crop
I'm going to stop. I want to ask a question to Ayo and Olumide especially. Traditionally, as Nigerians, I think our culture, does this law not foster our notion of marriage and family, which is man and woman?
What is our culture?
Does it not?
You see, we have this very
the culture growing up, I think for every young Nigerian, is the notion of marriage of a man and a woman. So does this law, because like Tope was saying, the Western world, it seems like a Western idea to a lot of people, but traditionally as a Nigerian, is the notion not man and woman?
Well, we keep saying our culture, and I had to go and read up a little bit on our culture, and I realized that our kings in the Yoruba Empire, old empires, they have the Iwofas. Those men were gay men that the kings actually uses for his own pleasure. So you see, we have this very funny notion of saying our culture. I grew up in the north. We were discussing that earlier on. At least I have come across what they call Yandaudu, right from the early 80s that I grew up as a young man. They've always been with us. They have never been a threat to whatever we call our culture. See, I am not aware that Nigerian gay community have been asking to have marriages. So I don't know why suddenly it became an issue. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a distraction.
Okay.
They are not a threat to me.
Eventually become an issue. Did they start asking in America that they wanted to get married in 1999?
Well,
did they start doing that?
America,
it is a gradual
America
process.
is America, Nigeria. I'm not talking about America. I'm talking about Nigeria. She asked about our culture, and I am trying to enunciate what I have known over years.
Take his point. Then
let me hear Olumide's view.
Something for you.
Can I say something? Yeah, just
you can definitely.
Our culture. You keep talking about our culture, and I think that many of us even say that our culture, we don't even know what our culture is. If we're supposed to go by our culture, I'm still a believer, that doesn't change, but we need to realize that a lot of things were not part of our culture. I am from Ogun State, I'm from Ijebu, and I know what they worship in my family. So if I wanted to go by my culture, I don't think I should believe in God.
Okay.
And I should not have a stand in on any religion stand.
Okay.
I should go by my culture.
Okay.
But having said that, homosexuality has been in existence as far as when human has been in existence, and they have never proven anything as threat to human. We'll talk about procreation and how, people have had a lot of arguments where people say, if their father and their father was a father, would they have them? My question is, we have a sister, reverend father, we don't ever have children. Have they stopped procreation? No. As gay people stop procreation? No. Homosexuality is a noun, not a verb. So there is no way it can slow down procreation.
No, that's contextual.
Can I finish?
Okay.
They have never been. Instead, they grew up in the north in the early 80s. If we have to look at the population of Nigerians at then and now,
it has increased.
It has increased more. As homosexuality stopped, the people have stopped. No, so it doesn't change. And this, what I think people only just want. Everybody should decide the same right. I run HIV prevention program services, and I say, if you're going to tailor-made a HIV prevention program service for an heterosexual man because of their sexual behavior, you should do the same to a gay man. Because that's the only way you can actually address the epidemic. So you're not dealing with one side of epidemic and then forgetting the other. If we wanted to go by our culture, are we going to talk about female sex worker? Is it part of our culture? Wait, is it part of our culture? If we wanted to go by religion, if we want to go by our culture,
Talk about what? You said female
sex worker.
Sex workers, are they part of our culture? As a Yoruba man, part of our culture is that I should marry legal. That is what you should. I should marry more than one wife.
Okay, wait. Okay, now I am saying that then you should marry more than one wife.
I should marry more than a wife. But Christianity says I should marry only one wife.
Do you know that? Do you know what it means? Excuse me.
Okay.
In the criminal code, bigamy is a crime. Bigamy is when you get married to more than one wife.
But Hausas get married.
No, if you get married to more than one wife under the law, you understand, there's still a subsisting marriage, and then you want to get married to another person under the law again and everything. That's termed as bigamy. The contention now is, do you now say somebody that is married to one person legally and does the other one under customary law is, that's the contention, but we leave that to the courts. But I'm just telling you that bigamy, just the word bigamy, marrying more than one wife under the law, is a crime. So these are things.
Our former vice president, he has more than
are you saying? Well, that is your. Excuse me. Let us not get. Sometimes I believe that we should put reason over passion and temperance over both. You see, this issue, if animals, you understand, there is a way, there's an order. You understand? We should not make the exception the rule. That is my fear. If animals, you don't find gay tendencies among animals, is it because humans have the power of choice that we decide to turn the natural order of things upside down? No, let me tell you, the way the world is, they were created. I'm not going to use religious grounds for this, but if you did not need to procreate or any other thing, there wouldn't have been any need to have women. I'm sorry. Or they would have just been only women and no men, or just men and no women. You just probably have some men that are unemotional, all buffed up and all that, and some other guys that are emotional. So that if whoever and whatever created the world, created them male and female, then there must be a reason for it. I don't think altering that and then coming forward trying to impose that on every other person is fair. While it works to an extent, you might not want to criminalize homosexuality, but really.
All right, say something. Okay. I think one of the things we usually miss is we forget the fact that we say the population of homosexuals are very minute.
It's about 2% in Nigeria.
Yes, and I think we miss one thing. First of all, we need to realize that nobody wants to be a subject of hate. You don't want to be a subject of discussion. It's to the extent that it even has to get to national discussion. And the fact that if homosexual were not as many heterosexual, the heterosexual people should be able to convert homosexual if we feel that they were going to be the other way around.
And I'm going to there is an issue. I wrote an article just a few days ago, and I said it's easy for us to jump on the bandwagon. For instance, I always maintain one stand. I don't support homosexuals. I don't support homosexuality.
Yeah, you made that stand very clear.
Let me finish. But what I'm saying is, have you ever taken your time to even find out why somebody wants to be with a woman as a woman or a man with a man rather than just hate them? I discovered that, for instance, for ladies, I met a few ladies. Some of them were abused as children. Let me finish now.
This is not what the law is.
The law has created a hate situation. And I've told you. Okay, for instance, let me finish. Why was there no situation where people were stoned until last week in Bauchi? Why didn't we have such situation? It is because the law was created.
Don't selectively pick news.
It's not selective. This is what happened.
First time that Nigerians will attack people in my secondary
school. What I'm telling you is that we have this law that gave the and there's going to be more.
People, if they suspect you of being gay, just like you said, we are reactionary. People just jump in and then they probably want to lynch you or something. It has been with us.
Okay,
for making it a national issue. I've given them the right now to
this law now. You understand? Rather than you taking the law into your hands, you can now.
So why did they take the law into their hands in Bauchi? Why did they take the law into their hands?
That shows you that is the Nigerian thing, not the legal thing.
But are you aware of those people who were living with them in Bauchi until last week? and nobody took anything against them.
Well,
That is why I said this law is going to create. There's going to be a turnaround mentality. Something is going to happen.
Okay.
People will begin to react.
By the way, that's your argument. You were neither. That your attitude. You were neither.
All right. Now there's a documentary that we saw. There's a documentary that we saw that showed that not just humans are gay, but animals as well. Have you seen that?
I have not.
I am aware that it's been proven that some animals can become gay, and that's why I'm saying that you should find out why people are gay, because some of them can be helped. Maybe if we
have you seen that documentary?
I have seen it.
You've seen the bill.
Some animals.
Have you seen the bill?
Well, I've not.
Have you seen the bill?
I've listened.
Have you seen the heart?
Excuse me. I have read copious excerpts from the.
No, I mean the complete heart. Have you seen it?
I've not
seen it.
I've not laid my hands on the.
I don't think you should.
No.
I didn't lay your hands on it. I have it.
Well, I have a copy of it.
No, I have the first draft.
I don't have the act. The act is what has been signed into law. I have the bill. I have the soft.
Do you have the heart?
I don't have the act. I have the soft copy of the bills that you're talking. The same thing you're talking about. But I don't know if anybody has the act. I've not seen it being sold anywhere, and I've not seen the soft copy. So
I want to ask a quick question that through conversations with other people came up. Now, who amongst you went to a same-sex secondary school?
I went to a same-sex secondary school.
Okay, now people have sort of come up to the conclusion that same-sex secondary school sort of propagated same-sex relationships and have encouraged lesbianism and the rest of it. What is your opinion about this?
I totally disagree, and I think that you know, if who you are, if you're not gay, I mean, you're sitting down, and you've said it many times. So whether you went to Holy Boy, and even if you didn't go to same-sex school, I'm sure when I was in university, probably it was in the boys' hostel. So did that make him gay?
Yeah.
No.
But you know,
The secondary school where I was in boarding school.
Boarding school.
So it was a mixed school, but of course we are not sleeping with.
But did that make you gay?
It didn't make me.
It didn't make you gay.
I believe that when you put people of the same sex, that's why I'm saying we have not even taken time to study deeply. I understand. I remember when I was in secondary school, some seniors normally fondle with their junior ones. So I think putting people together at times could be counterproductive. That is why we need to go deeper than this AIDS culture that we are creating.
Let me ask this question.
The question now is, if as at that time you knew that, like, I went to Olabisi Onabanjo University, and then sometimes in my room I could have like 7 boys that would just come and crash. Now,
Babes.
how would boys? How would you feel if you were in my shoes, knowing that one of these guys crashing in my room might probably do something to me at night? You know, have you seen my size?
Thank you so much. I'm sure my viewers at home will agree that this was a very interesting session. Thank you so much for being as outspoken as you were. Thank you so much, Tope. Thank you so much, Olumide. Thank you so much, Ayo.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so we're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to the entertainment segment, and I'm sure you want to know who I have in the house. Don't go away. I'll be right back.